So here we have a cow that just came in. He doesn't like that I'm standing here. So you can see the first thing that's happening here is those brushes are cleaning the udder. So it's just wiping away any dirt or debris that might be on the teats. It also is a form of stimulation to let that cow know, hey, it's milking time, and it sends signals, hormones to the brain that help with milk letdown. Just as if the calf was nursing as well. Once it's done, those brushes are going to swing out of the way. And now the light that you see, that's the laser looking for the teats. And it's just going to scan, and then it's going to attach each teat one at a time. So there it knows those back teats are close, so it pushed that first teat cup out of the way to be able to attach to that second teat. And there we go. So we do need to watch udder structure a little bit in our robot cows. The biggest So that was the brushes disinfecting. So once there's milk flow, the robot knows it's going to have a successful milking, and it goes ahead and it disinfects those brushes so that they're clean for the next cow. What I was saying is with udder structure, we do have to watch udders a little bit on our cows. In particular, I think the biggest issue is teats that are too close. Those back teats sometimes on some cows get too close, or they even cross, like they'll get crisscrossed. So that's something where the robot has a hard time attaching to those sometimes. So it's something we watch in our breeding program, just that we have, we keep an eye on udders when we're breeding, and that we breed to bulls that put good udders on cows, just so we don't have problems with attaching. The other thing that's important with the robot is to keep the hair on the udders short, or on the udder short. In the wintertime, sometimes the udder will get quite hairy, and it's important we keep that hair trimmed up, because hair on the udder can make it difficult for the laser to find the teats. Keeping the hair short is also beneficial in keeping the udders clean as well. So you can see this cow standing quietly. She's looking at me, wondering why we're talking, but she's got food in that tray as well. And over here, it's showing milk coming from each quarter. So it's telling us exactly how much milk each quarter is giving. Also telling us information about the cow, lactation, lactation days, how long she's been in the box, how much grain she's allotted, and how much of that has been given to her already. And all this information is stored in the computer system. And each cow in the barn has a transponder on her collar, and that's how the robot identifies her. It reads that transponder, and then it knows which cow it's dealing with, and that's how it communicates between the computer and the robot here, is with those cow numbers inside here. So here's all the milk that she's given. So that milk from this milking, like I said before, it comes into this jar, and at the end of the milking, it will be pumped over to the robot. And we'll just return back to her. So we see that first teat cup has pulled off. This quarter is done milking. So the robot senses milk flow from those quarters, and when that milk flow gets below a certain level, then it knows that that quarter is done milking. and it will pull each quarter off individually, and it's surprising how much difference there can be in quarters in terms of milking time. So one great thing about the robot is it's able to milk each quarter as an individual. We don't want to over milk quarters because it can cause damage, but we also don't want to under milk them because we want to make sure we get the milk out of there. There we go. So now the final step, when it finishes the milking here in a minute, you'll see it's going to do one more scan to relocate those teats, and it's going to spray on the iodine disinfectant, and the iodine just protects the teat from any, because right now the teat canal is open right after the milking, and that iodine disinfectant will just keep it protected from any bacteria getting up into that teat canal immediately after milking. There we go. It's hard to see, it's just a fine mist, but you'll see it dripping off the teat ends. And now she's done, and that front gate is opened. And the cow is able to leave. The back gate is opening to allow the next cow to come in. And the robot's doing a quick rinse to make sure everything's clean. It also will do a full wash 3 times a day, but in between individual cows it just does a rinse. And the next cow. So while that cow is milking or prepping, we see the milk jar is pumping out. So that milk is now headed across through the pipeline and to the milk tank where all the milk is stored between milk pickups. And all that milk is cooled down to below 4 degrees. There you go. Watch one more connection here. So again, so you can see on this cow, she has some longer hair on that udder. Her udder could use a trim just to get that hair out of the way. There you go. And you can see the cows stand quiet. We'll watch these brushes will kick in here in a second again. So the brushes won't disinfect until it has milk flow from all teats. There we go. So that took a little longer than normal, and that's probably because I'm standing in here and the cows are a little bit suspicious. So you can see there, she's eating. And you can see the milk is flowing through these lines. So there's 6 lines, 4 of them are milk lines, 1 from each quarter, and 2 of them are wash water lines. And we have milk coming in the jar again. And that's it. If you guys have any questions or anything that you'd like to see, have a closer look at or a different view at, just leave me a message in the comments and I will answer any questions there.